folks, I'm doing a little bit of a different video. I've got a Benchmade NorthFork here, and I ordered some replacement springs because the detent on this is dangerous. I've seen a couple folks having the same issue. I haven't really seen any videos about it, so I'm gonna try and show the differences of before and after. The detent on this is just not snappy at all. So if it's riding in your pocket and you just happen to brush on this, you know it's already going to be like open and potentially cut you. Other than that, this is just an amazing knife. It's got a nice little recurve on there. The handle feels great. It's good in the hand. It's right at that 3-inch blade limit. So it's legal in most places. Now, don't take my advice. I'm not a lawyer. Check your own state regulations. But that's one of the issues. So let me take it apart and then check right back in with you. All right. So we're back. Pretty much got this NorthFork disassembled. Essentially, for the smaller screws, using a T6, and for the pivot, using a T10. So I was able to pull that off with these two different Torx bits. As you can see, we've got the handle scales. They're made out of wood, some sort of proprietary blend, I'm not sure. But we can see here, though, that these are the springs there, factory. And I've got some aftermarket here, so let me pull those out so we can compare it. Okay, so these are the aftermarket springs. I bought two different sizes because the NorthFork wasn't listed for the Omega springs. I got this from Austin Outdoors, which is austinoutdoors.etsy.com. Bought them with my own money. So basically, there's two sets of springs. They're roughly $5 or so for each set. It comes in a pair. So I'm going to take these factory Omegas out and compare them to see which ones would fit well. It's not clear to me, if this, the NorthFork is more like a 551 or a 535 or what size Omega spring. I couldn't really find much on the net on it or on YouTube. So that's really why I'm shooting this video. Because the factory retention on these are just, really bad. So I'm going to go ahead and take them out and compare them side by side and see what we can come up with. All right, so taking off one Omega spring at a time, I can see now that it's going to be the smaller of the two that I ordered. So this is the larger one. I'll have to get that SKU number here and let you know which one it says it's fitting for. But, I'm going to try to make sure first. But already, I can see a substantial difference between the factory Omega and this aftermarket one from Austin Outdoors. It's clearly beefier. And it's probably going to have a much better detent, a higher retention, and probably even snappier action. So let me get this all back in and circle back with you. All right, coming back at you. Got the new Omega springs in, and it's, Omega springs can be a little bit tricky, but it's not that hard. Basically, it's kind of like if you're doing brake pads on a car. You want to do one side at a time in case you need to reference the other side, or take a picture so you can see exactly how it goes in there. They fit in there perfectly. Again, here's the factory ones next to the aftermarket ones. You can definitely tell that there's a difference. So let me get this back together, and we'll check out some of the action here in just a minute. All right, just checking back with y'all. Things are coming together nicely. A little tricky to get everything back together, but just using some blue Loctite, and going to get the rest of these hex screws in, and checking back with you in just a minute. All right, I'm back, and I can tell you this much: the detent on it is significantly better than the factory Omegas. definitely got much harder pull to it. So that's great. Might need to adjust the pivot there a little bit. But yeah, so this definitely feels much better than the factory springs. So again, this was like a safety issue, because it, you know, I've cut myself on this, actually carrying it in the pocket. Now I left-hand carry, even though I'm right-handed. Been practicing left-hand carry. That's why this clip is on the left-hand side. This knife had not been in my rotation for a while, even though I like it. I enjoy it. The recurve on it's awesome. I don't have any issues sharpening it with a rod and stropping it out. So the Benchmade NorthFork is like, the number on it's like 15031-2. So it's a really odd number. And this was actually the first knife my wife had got me of this size. So I think it's the second Benchmade that she got me. And she was always upset that I wouldn't carry it. And then the reason why I won't carry it was because of the safety issue. Yes, I know my wife got me a Benchmade, a couple Benchmades actually. So I married a good one. This is NorthFork, and just to tell you all which one it was, the Omega Spring set for the Benchmade 533, the Omega Spring set for Benchmade 533, 535, 537, 940, 945, 555, 556, 557, 705 knives. As you can see, there's no NorthFork 15031-2. And it says on the website that the Omega Spring set for the 940s and the 533s, etc., basically fits the Benchmade 940s, which we all know and love, the Osborne series. It also says it fits the mini Osborne 945s, the 537 bailouts, which is an amazing knife, the mini Griptilian, which everybody knows, the small crooked rivers, and 707. So this is the one that I got here for the NorthFork. This set here looks to be much larger. So this is the larger set. So that fits some larger Benchmade knives. The description on the website basically said that the larger size knives didn't really have too much descriptions about the larger. It just said the larger Benchmade knives, larger similar size Benchmade knives and other models. So again, here's the factory one. It's definitely thinner and smaller than the replacement. Again, I got these off of Etsy's website, and I'm gonna still save those factory ones in case for whatever reason I need to have them. But this is from austinoutdoors.etsy.com. Again, I'm not affiliated with them at all. Just wanted to make a help video for anybody who has a NorthFork and was having those same sort of retention issues with the detent, and they were looking for aftermarket Omega springs and didn't really know which ones to get. These seem to be working out pretty well. You know, it's definitely better than it was. I'll give it that much. So I'll feel more secure with carrying this around. Like before, you could just barely touch it and it would just come flying out. So again, yeah, just a real quick review about the Omega Spring replacement off of Etsy, Austin Outdoors. So thanks, appreciate it. Have a good one.